My years at Notre Dame were fascinating. I met a whole wider range of friends and students. It ended up being a wonderful experience for my entire family, and it helped set in motion a set of values that have been consistent and something I've lived by my entire life. Having been a member of the class of 1959, we have a lot of stories. They range from the student council being able to give detentions. They range from Brother Leo being concerned that we would get him in trouble when we took kids out of classrooms. It was a great group. We have maintained friendships over the years. I recently met somebody I hadn't seen in 54 years, and in Florida, and we picked up the conversation as if it were 1959 when we graduated. Our experience with the brothers, many of us came to Notre Dame having had nuns through our grammar school experience. The brothers were a wonderful change. As young men, we're a little different than young women, and they represented to us a set of standards. We learned very early that their own experiences varied, their own perceptions on issues varied, so that we were never not allowed to think and to grow. And it was important for all of us because while we can go back to our freshman year and Brother John Patrick, who was infamous, we can also think of Brother Pacificus, Brother Germanus, all people that played a major role in our experiences here and my experiences at Notre Dame. The most important thing that Notre Dame does and represents is a private Catholic education, and it sets us. So there's a set of standards that are both academic and what I call social, affective, and cognitive. And it's important to recognize that many of the parents who send their kids here do so at a sacrifice. I think the most important message would be to realize that any action they take, especially now, follows them forever. But it's important to realize who you are during those first 17, 18 years can carry you a long way in terms of being successful. One of the things we've often talked about as we've gotten older, it's amazing how you revert back to the value system that was consistent for you in those first 18 or 19 years. So at my age, you begin to realize that your life's value are more about your relationships with others, how people perceive you, have you been able to facilitate growth in others. And for us, and I say us, this is the class of 1959, it has been an exciting time, and to be recognized from my peers is an honor, and truly appreciate that. As I think of people to honor, I have my wife, who people consider a saint, my brother and my nephew, who are graduates, my brother's family. I have many of my Amity brothers who also are graduates of Notre Dame. And as I think over the entire experience, I realized that my mother was a recipient of one of the first awards. And to me, it's just, at this point in time in my life, it's just wonderful to kind of see people who've appreciated the breadth of experiences and some of the things that I've been able to do and help others with.